aggregate. That can cause problems in the build-up to the game. They'll have a clear idea in mind tonight, though, as Zubamendi gets us underway. The ball played back to Kepa, who looks up and hits this one down the right-hand side. Gyökeres couldn't take that one down. It's headed away and out for an Arsenal throw on the halfway line on this near side, in between the two managerial dugouts. On with home advantage and a one-goal aggregate lead from the first leg. Arsenal looking to reach the final for the first time since 2018. Here's Declan Rice at the back. Plays it to Gabriel. Takes a stride forward. Sees Delap coming towards him. Plays it forward. It's played out now to the left-hand side. First touch to Hincapi. He drops it back to Gabriel. And now with Kepa once more, who's very nearly closed down by Pedro in the box. Good pressing there from Chelsea. Clearly wanting to hit the ground running in this one. Wasting no time out the Emirates as the ball is pressed out of play with Zubamendi in possession. Arsenal throw in front of Mikel Arteta. First minute up. Goalless so far. 3-2 to the Gunners on aggregate. Now here's Timber. To Saliba. Back to Kepa. Takes the touch inside the D, outside his box. A couple of touches further away from his goal before releasing the ball short to Gabriel, who squares it across to Saliba. Now down the right to Timber again. Chelsea pressing well. Arsenal waiting for them to come forward and then passing into the gaps. Struggling to get out of their own half, though, it's fair to say. Here's Zubamendi. Short ball to Declan Rice. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Touchdown by Martinelli. He plays it back to Rice. Looks up, thinks about switching the play. Plays it back safe instead to Saliba. Arsenal don't need to take any risks, of course. Here's Timber. Into Zubamendi. And back to Gabriel. Back inside the Arsenal half. Now on the halfway line on the left-hand side with Rice. Plays it infield. And it's Eze who's come a long way back here. And plays it to Saliba. 2 minutes gone. Arsenal yet to concede possession from the kick-off, and not really getting out their own half in any meaningful way, but happy to keep passing this around and wait for Chelsea to tire mentally and physically. Liam Delap, there's a throwback. Plays it back to the goalkeeper Kepa. Another ex-Derby reference with Liam Rosenior, of course. The manager now was the former Derby County boss, and Liam Delap's dad Rory, ex-Derby County as well. Styled that out nicely. Here's Liam Rosenior looking on the edge of his technical area. He's won 6 of his 7 games as Chelsea head coach. As we approach the 3-minute mark in this game, long ball forward down the right-hand side, looking for Delap, bounces out of play for an Arsenal throw. And that is 3 minutes gone at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0 live here on Flash Score. 3-2 to the Gunners on aggregate. Get in touch with your messages if you want to hear a shout out today. Ball's thrown in, and it's looped down the left-hand side. It's gone higher than it has gone far. Gusto will marshal this out against Martinelli, and it's out for a Chelsea throw. Can Chelsea have some meaningful possession for the first time this evening? It's played all the way back to Sanchez, who was caught out there. He was nowhere near where the ball was heading. He had to trek back towards his goal line, gets the ball away. It's taken down by Zubamendi and played back to Gabriel. It's a 1-2. Now swept across for Saliba. Down the right for Timber. It's a poor pass and given away. Cucurella has been barged down off the ball. Advantage is given. Santos continues with his run. Plays the ball forward for Pedro. Tries to turn in field. It's been blocked. Lands kindly for a teammate. Chelsea still in possession. Santos plays it back into defence. It's Chalobah right in the middle of the Chelsea half. Plays it to the right-hand side of the centre circle for Gusto. It's a 1-2 back to Chalobah. And back to Gusto again. And now Chelsea wanting to get a feel of the ball and have some safe passing. Try and pull Arsenal out of position a little bit, as the Gunners have tried to do in the first 4.5 minutes here at the Emirates. Chalobah puts his foot on the ball. It's always a antagonising move in the Premier League when a footballer does that to his opponent. Doing it tonight in the Cup as well. Here's Zubamendi. Nice curling run, trying to create some space. Drops the ball off to Timber. Plays it back into defence. And again, Arsenal happy to pass it around their defensive players. Squared across to Rice in the Arsenal defensive third. 5 minutes played, and the game not really getting going yet. Arsenal have taken another 5 minutes out of the tie. They've not risked any injuries or fatigue, and they've just got Chelsea run ragged. And they know that as the game goes on, Chelsea will have to continue increasing the tempo. And the more they do that, the more they'll tire. As the ball goes down the left-hand side for Martinelli. Fofana holding him off for now. There is an option on the overlap. He plays the ball in. Casino turns it away on the edge of the box. Arsenal winning the ball back. It's headed down for Timber, who makes the run towards the box. He took on 2 defenders, was stopped by Chalobah. And the ball now is with Fernandez. Plays it back into the box. And Gyökeres there, chasing down Sanchez. The Chelsea goalkeeper beat him to the ball and got it away. And it is out for a Chelsea throw on the far side. 6 minutes played. We're just seeing a replay of that off-the-ball incident, and it was, yeah, Timbers. Do you know, I'm surprised he's got away with that. Well, the referee saw it and played advantage. I'm surprised he's not been booked. He's put 2 arms on Cucurella, 1 on either shoulder, and pulled him to the ground. And there was a little niggly block on him just before that as well. The referee choosing not to brandish the card so early on in this one. Chelsea down the right-hand side. It's a lazy ball into the box and turned away comfortably, but it lands to Delap, who sweeps it wide. And that was... well, it wasn't great defending from Arsenal, but I think in truth they were a little bit taken aback at the ball coming in. It was almost a pass to Saliba in the box, and his touch was heavy. I don't think he was expecting it. He was waiting for a ball in, to be quite honest. It was more of a pass into the box. Nonetheless, Arsenal survive. 7 minutes gone. Goal kick taken short. Playing out from the back. Eze comes back and gets a touch on it as well. Plays it to the left-hand side. It's Hincapie. In short to Eze, who's again a bit like Declan Rice, dropping back into a defensive position here. Plays it short to Saliba. Makes his run back into more advanced position, Eze. As Saliba and Hincapie just do a little 1-2 there. 7.5 minutes gone. Here is Saliba again. Plays it forward to Eze in the middle, just on the edge of the centre circle. Drops the ball off to Zubimendi and makes his run. Zubimendi also makes his run and plays it to Hincapie on the left-hand side. It's getting congested in this Chelsea defensive third from both sets of players. 8 minutes gone. Play back into the centre circle. And now back with Kepa, who is closer to the halfway line than his own box. Ball out for a Chelsea throw. 8.5 minutes gone. Gusto waiting for an option to present itself. He's gone with a short one, but there are Arsenal players ready and waiting, pressing Chelsea hard against that line. They've managed to get it away into the centre circle and now swept all the way across to Cucurella on the left. Drops it back towards the halfway line. Here's Chalobah. Plays it short to his right. And it's Fofana. And short to Caicedo. Santos. Back to Chalobah again. And Fofana. Both sides playing it very safe and very tame in these early stages. We've had 9 minutes. And we've only had 1 shot so far. And it was a long way off target. Ball chipped forward. Pedro tries to take it down and shield the ball and fails, but a teammate picks it up, plays it forward to him. That's better. Turns around Saliba, who's got back and recovered well for Arsenal. Pedro still going on the ball here, lays it off to Cucurella on the left, looks to whip it in low. It's been blocked by Timber. Eze will try and keep it in play. Cucurella gets there first and manages to get the ball back to a teammate. It's all the way back to Sanchez. Short here to Chalobah. Now here's Santos, back to Chalobah again. inside the Chelsea half here, walking with the ball, puts his foot on it, stops and plays it to his right. It's a short one to Fofana, down the right hand side, past the halfway line. Gusto with his back to goal, plays it back to Fofana, who squares it across to Chalobah. Arsenal will now press with 6 players in the Chelsea half. Gyökeres against Sanchez. The goalkeeper gets the ball away in time. Pedro's being held here by Saliba. The referee gives advantage. The ball goes out of play and he brings it back now for the Chelsea free kick. And we've had 10 minutes in this game. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Arsenal 3-2 up on aggregate. The winner will face either Manchester City or Newcastle. The winner of tomorrow's semi-final second leg. It's Chalobah. 1-2 with Fofana. Now with Hato. He goes back to Sanchez. Gyökeres gives chase, and again Sanchez waits till the last moment, gets it away in the nick of time. Long ball forward, headed away by Saliba, who's won the free kick. Delap going in overzealously, in the opinion of the referee. Rice kills the ball across to Timber, down the right-hand side. Here's Madueke, up against Cucurella, goes down. Referee says play on. And Cucurella comes away with the ball, plays it back into defence. Here's Hato. Short one to Sanchez. And across to Gusto. Plays the run down the right-hand side before laying the ball off for Fofana, who's on the overlap. Back to Gusto, turns and plays it the opposite way now. It's Chalobah. Forward to Santos. Fernandez goes down as he lays the ball off. Again, referee happy with that one. Santos, Chalobah, long ball through the middle, and Kepa is there to sweep that one away. Box to box now from the goalkeepers. Here's Moises Caicedo into Gusto, who's in central midfield position now. He's meant to be on the right wing. Rory Delap slips as he tries to get round his man. He's recovered and just about done it. He's pulled his man down. It's a free kick, Arsenal. And Delap is not happy. He feels that Hincapié's bought that one. Quarter of the first half gone. Liam Rosenior is having a word with one or two people on his bench. From his hand gestures, it looks like he's suggesting they need to try and move the ball quicker. It's a wet one in London as well. Both managers stalking their technical area, looking quite wet. Mikel Arteta, 9 managerial wins. And back now with Kepa. Plays it short to Saliba, who again is happy to walk out of his box and take his time here. Gyökeres yet to have a touch in this game. Liam Delap and Madueke in the bottom 5. Caicedo and Eze make up that list as well. Ball back again to Kepa. Plays it out short, and there's a lot of Chelsea players prowling, but they've got the ball away. Here's Saliba. Stops, turns, plays it back. Declan Rice, who's back anchoring the defence at the moment. Forward to Zubamendi, first touch ball back to Saliba. Toying with Fernandez before dropping it back to Kepa. 14 minutes gone at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0, live here on Flash Score. Long ball down the left. And it's been flicked on, and it's a 1-2, and then a foul inevitably from Martinelli on Chalobah. It was Caicedo, in fact, who got back doing the necessary in defence. Chelsea a little bit free form at the moment. Gusto's in central midfield. Caicedo's back side by side with Chalobah, just doing the necessary at the moment. And there's a bit of a dispute here. Fofana wants to take the free kick and he's been shooed away by Sanchez. who's going to take it. I think Fofana wanted to play it short, and Sanchez has said, no, I'm pumping this long. And that's exactly what the Chelsea keeper does, and it's sailed over everybody and goes straight to Kepa. That's a quite embarrassing moment for Sanchez after having a dispute with his defender about, no, I'm taking this, and boots it straight to his opposite number. I say opposite number. Kepa is number 13. Here's Martinelli down the left-hand side. Stops, cuts across the edge of the box, plays it back where it came on that left wing. Hincapié. Got a triangle of 3 Chelsea players around him to try and navigate. Plays it through. Zubimendi turns it back into defence. Arsenal building here. It's Timber. So Madueke down the right, trying to get past Cucurella. He's just about managed it. Cucurella slides down and puts it behind for an Arsenal corner. It's probably the closest we've got to an Arsenal attack in this game so far. A 3-2 victory in the first leg. Means Arsenal are in the driver's seat at home here. Arteta will be keen not to let the opportunity slip. He's failed to guide the Gunners to any cup final since they won the FA Cup in 2020. They have got the most set-piece goals in all competitions in all major European leagues with 28 goals. And we're having a break here from the corner because the referee's just blown the whistle and he's gone into the box to have a conversation with João Pedro and Saliba. And he's now going to exit the box again. There is some pushing and shoving going on. I wouldn't be surprised if he stops this corner being taken a second time. Yeah, it's getting silly between Pedro and Saliba. Running in circles around the 6-yard box and the goal line. The corner does come in and it's flicked high and wide by Hincapié. Arsenal feel that took a deflection, but the verdict is goal kick. I'll watch this one back. Madueke whips it in. It just looks like a poor header, to be honest, but well, this angle will be decisive. It goes off the arm of Fofana, but it's not a handball style off the arm. He's jumped up and it's gone off the top of the arm right by his head. But the corner is given, and I think that's the right decision. It's not a handball for a penalty. It's obviously not a goal kick. Corner comes into the near post. It looked like it was going to sneak in. It's headed away on the near post by Caicedo. Arsenal back in possession down that right-hand side. Nice quick ball to Eze. Drops it to the edge of the box. Hincapié curls, a beautiful effort. Great save. It might land kindly. It was a heavy touch and it's out of play for a goal kick. That is a brilliant curling effort. A phenomenal save. Eze with the cut back across the edge of the box. Brilliant curling effort. Right for the top corner. Absolutely brilliant. A really good save from Sanchez. And it lands to Gabriel. But he's got so little time to know anything about it. And his first touch is too heavy. And it's out of play for a goal kick. But finally, we've had a spark in this game. 18 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Arsenal 3-2 up on aggregate with a brilliant chance there. Here's Gyökeres. Oh, that's a nasty trip. That's a free kick to Arsenal. And I think if that was in the second half, that's a yellow card there. And he's got to think himself very lucky, Hato, that he wasn't booked for that one. Arsenal have been beaten just once in their last 15 games in all competitions. A comprehensive 4-0 win over Leeds on Saturday. They come into this clash full of confidence. Declan Rice spots the ball for the free kick and then spots it again. And there's a wall of 6 Chelsea players on the edge of the box. Free kick swung in, and Sanchez probably could have claimed that, but it's headed away. Picked up by Eze. Drops it back to Rice. Dancing around his man. Plays it down the right-hand side. Madueke. Back to Rice. Now Saliba. And Rice again. Saliba. Gabriel inside the Arsenal defensive third now. And Zubimendi. to 1-2. Now with Saliba once more. And Zubimendi, who's in the middle of the defensive three at the moment. Saliba and Gabriel either side. Plays it back to Kepa. 20 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Arsenal with the best chance of the game so far. Here's Rice. Just stood still on the ball, waiting for something to happen or someone to do something. Plays it back to Kepa. They're in no rush, Arsenal, of course. Long ball over the top, and Arsenal here with a chance. It's cut back to the edge of the box, and it was left by everyone for someone else. And now Chelsea can come away with it. Cucurella plays it out to the right-hand side. Caicedo plays it down the wing. It's a short pass for Gusto. Delap is bundled down, and that is a free kick to Chelsea, just inside their own half on the right-hand side. That was a really clever move from Gyökeres through the middle to beat the offside trap and get on the end of a long ball forward by Kepa. It just curled to the left before he met the ball, and he had to cut it back. We're just seeing another replay of another incident of Cucurella being bundled down off the ball. He seems to be being targeted tonight. And Arsenal looking to win the ball back here as Chelsea get us back underway. Arsenal with 91% possession in the last 5 minutes. There might be a chance open up here. It's headed away at the back by Chalobah. Here's Gusto, keeps it in play on the right. And challenged by Gabriel. Gusto turning it back to Sanchez. Now here's Chalobah. Full forward for João Pedro, who stops because he was pulled. Forced the referee's hand there, who does give the free kick. And the game has opened up a little bit now. Arsenal on top. Clear pull from Saliba. João Pedro getting the free kick. We're halfway through the first half. Here's Fernandes. Ball out to the left-hand side. Cucurella takes the touch down. Waits for Timber to come close. Plays it to Fernandes. Back to Hato. Chalobah. Fofana. Out to the right for Delap, who's been more of a right winger than a centre forward so far in this game. Has he got his dad's famous long throw? I don't think I've seen him take one. I assume he hasn't. Here's Caicedo. Nobody has. It's a quick 1-2. Plays it instead to his left now with Santos. Drops it back to Chalobah. Down the right-hand side, and Gusto wins the throw-in off Martinelli. Shout out to Shane, who's listening. Thank you for being involved tonight. 23.5 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Ball forward. Bouncing towards the Chelsea goal. Sanchez comes out of his box, takes the touch. Quick 1-2. Chalobah. 1-2 with Hato. Back to Sanchez again. And Chalobah. Just toying with Gyökeres here, who's on the edge of the Chelsea box. It comes back to Sanchez again, who pumps it long this time. That seems to have been Chelsea's game plan the last few minutes. Just pass it short round the back and then hit it long when they least expect it. Match stats, both with one shot so far. The only shot on target coming from Arsenal. Both sides with 3 touches in the opposition box. And Arsenal with 51% possession overall. Which would suggest, bar that 5 minutes, that Arsenal had 91%, that Chelsea have had the better of possession, which feels strange, really, in the context of the game. You don't feel like Chelsea have had much of the ball, but there we are. They've allegedly had just under half, 49% of the play. Here's Madueke. Plays it all the way back to Kepa. 25 minutes gone, 20 to go here on Flash Score. Goalless so far, 3-2 to Arsenal on aggregate. Ball given away in the defensive third by Arsenal. And here's Caicedo. It's a 1-2 with Fernandes. Dinks out to the right-hand side. Gusto moving away from goal here, but also more importantly away from Hincapi, who will press into the middle with Caicedo. It's a 1-2-3 with Santos. Fernandes back to Santos again. Gusto, quick pass in here from Chelsea. Caicedo, Gusto, out to the right-hand side. It's Delap who's peeled off. He's going to try and get round Hincapi. Does enough to get the cross in. It's blocked behind by Rice. Oh, that's an incredible leap from Kepa to get there, but it has gone out of play as he lands with the ball. That was like watching Spider-Man. He jumped up about 10 foot in the air. Nonetheless, it will be a corner despite his efforts. 26 minutes gone. Signal put up from the corner. And it's drilled into the box, headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box. It comes back out for a second attempt. It's another good delivery. It's another good header away. And Caicedo with the follow-up volley. It's a long way wide. He sliced that one completely. And that is out for a goal kick. It's taken quickly. Arsenal trying to catch Chelsea here. Down the right-hand side, it's Yuri Timber. Down the right again. Here's Madueke trying to get around Cucurella. The referee hesitated there. Everyone looked up at the ref. He didn't give it. Cucurella then made a surge forward. Then he blew. Chelsea not happy. Free kick to Arsenal. It's definitely a foul on Madueke. He just clips his heel as he's about to pass the ball. Mikel Arteta giving some instructions to his players. Timber complaining that Enzo Fernandez is too close to him for this free kick. Ultimate trolling this. He's complaining to the referee that Fernandez is too close. The referee comes over, moves him back a few yards, and then blows the whistle, and Timber turns and plays it back towards his goalkeeper anyway. He's brilliant. And there's been a little bit of needle in this game. There's been the odd moment. I think, again, the stuff on Cucurella, I think, is to try and provoke a reaction as well. And Arsenal just doing a few little gamesmanship-like things in this game. 28 minutes gone. Goalless tonight. 3-2 on aggregate to Arsenal. And Chelsea in possession on the edge of their box. Here's Chalobah. Cuts in past Gyökeres. Plays it now to his left-hand side with Hato. Back to Santos, who's helping out at the back at the moment. Now with Chalobah once more. Takes a touch forward, gingerly moving forward on his right foot. Plays it left-footed in a 1-2 to Fofana. Looks up, and again, walking with the ball. Stops, turns, another 1-2 with Fofana. Bit of space open up in front of him now. Now plays it to the left-hand side as soon as Gyökeres starts approaching. Santos with the ball forward for Fernandes, who's been challenged, loses the ball. Brilliant slide challenge from Santos to win it back. And there's a delayed decision for a free kick now for a foul from Declan Rice. So Chelsea with a free kick just inside their own half. Santos gets the ball back in action and the game back underway with a pass back to Chalobah. Now across to Fofana. Plays it forward, and Pedro's gone down as he tries to shield the ball. Nothing given by the ref. Chelsea still in possession. It's Fofana. Gets past Martinelli. Martinelli comes back with a vengeance. But Chelsea stand firm, and that's a shove down from Martinelli, and another free kick for Chelsea. Martinelli standing in the way of the free kick. It's taken despite that and played to the right-hand side. Here's Gusto down the right to Delap. Delap plays it on And Gusto was there on the overlap and looks to whip this in. It takes a deflection off Rice, still comes into the box, it's cleared out. One back just outside the box, illegally, says the referee. Foul on Martinelli, and a free kick to Arsenal. Fofana being shoved off the ball there and refusing to bite. Half an hour gone. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Free kick taken short to the edge of the box. Arsenal again passing it around their defenders. Arsenal failed to win their last 2 domestic home games. Beaten here at this stage in the competition last season, eliminated by Newcastle. Looking for more success in this year's edition. It would be a first trophy in 6 years for Mikel Arteta. Here's Rice. Squares it across to Gabriel. Back to Rice. Up to the halfway line here. Touch comes back into the Arsenal half. But again, passing it around with calm and with authority. 31 minutes gone. Ball inside the Chelsea half now. There's another little niggly touch there. Fewest touches this match. Gyökeres with 1. And then Cucurella, Delap, Pedro, Martinelli all on 9. So Gyökeres a long way behind the pace so far this evening. Being completely eliminated from the game. And Chelsea will be impressed with that, if nothing else, going into half-time. Ball out to Saliba. First touch, short ball back to Timber. Him and Saliba are swapped places at the moment. Rice, back to Timber. Looks up and plays it out to the right-hand side. Here's Madueke. Having another battle with Cucurella. Madueke wins this one, gets it in. It's cleared away in the middle by Caicedo. Pedro bundled down and wins the free kick. Been a really interesting battle between Cucurella and Madueke on the right-hand side. It's been kind of 50-50 in terms of success. 32 minutes gone. And the Arsenal bench moving seats because they're getting absolutely drenched at the moment. Jesus taking his jacket off. I think he's going to go for a warm-up just to literally stay warm. Cucurella slides the ball to Fernandez. It's been picked up by Saliba. And possession is turned over. Here's Rice. Just inside the Arsenal half, goes into the centre circle, looks up and plays a right-footed ball over the top, down the right-hand side for Madueke, who cuts back past Cucurella. And still going, lays the ball off. Here's Saliba. Nice ball through for Rice. And Rice on the right-hand side wins the throw-in. 33 minutes gone. Thank you to Jamie Scotland, who's listening as well. Forest fan. Big Sean Dyche lover. Just about got over Ange Postecoglou leaving the club. Thanks for joining us tonight. Here's Saliba. Plays it back to Gabriel. Long left-footed ball over the top. And Gyökeres might be in here. And it's Martinelli on the turn, and it's a good block from Gusto in the box to stop him getting the shot away. Gyökeres left it for Martinelli at the end. I thought he was going to nip in and take this one, you know, or at least ask for the assist. Martinelli turned. Gusto read it really well. Long ball forward down the right, intercepted. Arsenal looking to counter down the left-hand side. It's Hincapi into the box, goes for the shot, it's been blocked. And there was a lot of appeals there from Chelsea for something. Nothing was given. Hincapi carries on, the flag is now up, it was a very belated one. Just watching this back again, because the whole Chelsea line just stopped. Oh, it's the ricocheted shot, so Hincapi's offside when Gyökeres hits the ball. And it comes back to him, but he was offside when the shot was taken. He comes off the defender, but he's offside. but the whole Chelsea back line just stopped and assumed the correct decision would happen. "35 minutes gone." Jamie Scotland's just been back in touch after a shout out to say that Pep Guardiola wears Sean Dyche pyjamas. I'd actually go a step further and say that every Premier League manager wears Sean Dyche pyjamas. Arsenal passing it around the back. And what a defender he was back in the day. He would slot into this Arsenal back line in his prime. Timber. Out to the right hand side. Saliba. Still going, Saliba. Looks to try and play it forward. That's a poor ball given away. And there's a chance here to get it forward for Delap, but it's been intercepted well and cleared away by Gabriel. No messing about at the back. Here's Hato. Back to Chalobah. Now down the left-hand side. Fernandez cuts in from the left, looks up, decides to play the long diagonal ball, taken down well by Delap on the far side. Gabriel is stood in front of him to stop him getting the ball in. It's played back away from the box. Now here is Caicedo. Back to Chalobah. Short one for Santos. Back with Hato down the left for Cucurella. Back to Hato again. Plays it across into the centre circle for Chalobah. Chelsea looking like they're trying to build something here. Down the right with Gusto. Stops and plays it back to Fofana. And Fofana goes back to Sanchez. And all that build-up, and yes, they're still in possession, but nothing really to show for it. Long ball forward, headed away again by Arsenal in the form of Timber. Loose ball picked up by the head of Gusto. Heads it out for Delap, who's got to really battle to get there. He does. Hincapié battles brilliantly to win it back. Plays it down the left-hand side. Martinelli is there second to Fofana, who plays it out to the edge of his own box for Caicedo, who can run the ball out of trouble here. Eze will give chase. Caicedo stops, turns, plays it central. Another small touch on for Fernandez, who plays it back to the edge of the Chelsea D. And Chalobah, again, walking forward. The pace of this game, very stop-start. It's been like a game of chess more than football tonight. Both sides trying to psyche each other out. Fernandez cuts inside, plays it forward. Now Cucurella. In for Pedro. And Fernandez back to Pedro. Fernandez again. Some very short, literally 1 foot apart, triangle passing between Pedro, Fernandez and Santos. Ball now with Delap on the right, who whips the ball in, and it's blocked at source and out of play for a throw-in on the far side. 38 minutes gone. Throw-in's taken. It's Fofana. Short to Chalobah. Quick 1-2 with Caicedo. Santos. Goes back to Sanchez, who's midway through his half here. Chalobah. Santos. Forward to Delap, who tries to turn on the ball. Arsenal winning it back. Martinelli on the left-hand side. Caicedo trying to stop him. He's done the necessary. And the loose ball picked up by Fofana. Now here's Caicedo. Edge of the Chelsea box, rather. Plays it to Gusto on the overlap. Goes past the halfway line. Little step over to try and create some space around Declan Rice. Plays it out to Delap on the right again. Delap's been far too wide for me. There's a second ball on the pitch on the far side. It's not interfering with play at the moment, but if Arsenal were to break away, we couldn't have a problem there. And João Pedro kicking it out of play. And the play does now resume. Chelsea back on the ball inside their own half. It's played down the left-hand side. Here's Fernandez. Cucurella. Chalobah. Casado. Now on the left-hand side with Hato. Back to Chalobah. Back to Sanchez now. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go, plus added time, which will be a minute at most, as far as I can make out. We've had little to no stoppage in this first half. Long ball forward, cleared away on the half volley. Headed back on the halfway line. A tussle for the ball here. Pedro being pulled and pushed by Saliba. Gets the ball away to Delap down the right-hand side. Played by Short, and a quick 1-2 with Pedro and Delap on that far side. It's now back with Chalobah. Here's Hato. Down the left with Fernandez. He's got two Arsenal players to beat. Tries to play in Cucurella. They've managed to win a corner from that, though. Saliba's put it behind. Didn't think he needed to, in truth, but he has. And Fernandez comes over to take the corner duties. .41 minutes played. Fernandez giving signals to his teammates. So some sort of signal there to suggest some sort of training ground routine. The corner comes in deep on the goalkeeper's throat, punched away. Kept in play with a header and cleared out for a Chelsea throw on the far side. 3.5 minutes left of the first half. Quick 1-2, just shy of the halfway line. Now back in the Chelsea half. Here's Chalobah. Short one to Santos inside the centre circle. Plays it out to the left-hand side. It's Hato. Down the left with Fernandez. Chips it forward, and Pedro is offside, so he lets that one go over him and bounce back to the Arsenal goalkeeper Kepa. 42 minutes played. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0 live here on Flash Score. Here's Saliba. Back to Kepa. And I think we're just going to see the first half out from both sides as it looks. Chelsea with a little bit more vigour about them. And Arsenal are 45 minutes closer to the final. Chelsea, again, going back to what I said at the start of the game, the motivation is clear for them in the second half. Arsenal will have that dilemma of do we shut up shop or not, as the ball comes to Fernandez with a brilliant effort. Thunderous like fall towards the top corner. Great save to push that away from Kepa. And Arsenal back in possession. On the left-hand side, Casado picks up the loose ball. Lays it off short for Gusto. Down the right, the flag is up and that is offside. 43 minutes gone. 2 minutes to go till half-time. And Chelsea having their first shot on target there through Enzo Fernandez. Cucurella played it in, takes a touch, takes a second touch, and then curls it towards goal. Pushed away calmly by Kepa. But a good effort, closest Chelsea have come. I was mentioning just before that effort about the motivation second half. For Arsenal, it's a case of do we shut up shop and see out the 3-2 aggregate win, or do we go out and get a goal and give ourselves some breathing space? Chelsea's is much clearer. It's a case of come out knowing you've got 45 minutes, it's make or break, do or die, now or never. All the cliches, as Pedro thinks there's a way there, but there's a foul and a free kick to Arsenal. 44 minutes gone into the final minute of the first half. But I think Liam Rosenior will just be happy that they're still in this going into the second half. Match stats as we enter towards half-time. 55% possession for Chelsea. Both teams with 3 shots and 1 on target apiece. Chelsea with 5 touches in the opposition box to Arsenal's 6. A very tight affair as the free kick is dinked into the box, looking for Eze on the near post, who can't make contact. And Sanchez has the ball in hand. 30 seconds of the half left. Time for Chelsea to get the ball up the pitch and have one last attack and maybe go in at half-time leading and levelling it up on aggregate. Declan Rice gets in the way of a little dinked ball forward, but the referee has given the Free kick to Chelsea. Santos has just stolen the ball off the referee, who's given him a right dirty look and took the ball back. Santos just wanted to get it up quickly. We are now into added time. Ball played back to Sanchez. Just the 1 minute as predicted. Forward to Caicedo. It's a 1-2 back to Sanchez. Plays it out short for Chalobah. Again walking with the ball. If Chelsea time this right, they'll have time to have one more chance without any repercussions or counters. 20 seconds of added time up. Ball played forward by Sanchez. Touchdown by Pedro for Delap. Plays it short to Fernandez in the centre circle. 30 seconds gone, 30 seconds left of added time. In the centre circle still with Chelsea. Here's Caicedo. Plays it short to the left. It's Hato. Back into the centre circle. It's Fernandez. Caicedo. Nice one-touch pass in here from Chelsea. Pedro, just outside the box, being forced left, gets into the area. Still trying to do something with it. Drops it to Cucurella on the edge. Back with Hato again. And Caicedo into Cucurella. Looks to lay the ball off when he probably could have shot. Cleared away. And that is the half-time whistle. And at the break, it's Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0, with the Gunners leading 3-2. Of Arsenal against Chelsea at the Emirates, live here on Flash Score. It's the second leg, goalless at the break. 3-2 to Arsenal on aggregate. But there is a bit of hope for Chelsea. They've scored more goals with substitutes than anyone else so far this season. 11 times they've hit the back of the net with a substitute in this campaign. Arsenal have just finished having their huddle. Chelsea now starting theirs. Perhaps some more little mind games. Make the kickoff delayed on your terms. Changed, but nonetheless Arsenal with Kepa in goal. The back four: Hincapi, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber. Midfield three of Eze, Rice and Zubamendi. Martinelli and Madueke either side of Gyökeres. For Chelsea, who are about to get us underway for the second half, it's Sanchez in goal. A back three of Fofana, Chalobah and Hato. Cucurella and Gusto the wing backs, with Caicedo, Santos and Fernandez in midfield. Delap and Pedro leading the line. Delap's been very wide on the right though. He needs to be more involved centrally in this second half. Cucurella takes the touch down. Here's Pedro. Skips past his man, goes for it from distance, and it's taken a wicked deflection. And inexplicably, it's a corner. Kepa, I thought, could comfortably get to that, but he dives down and pushes it out 15 yards wide of his goal. Must have run out of road and knew it was going out. Arsenal and Chelsea, by the way, neck and neck on 19 goals apiece for the most goals scored between half-time and 60 minutes in all competitions this season in all Europe's major leagues. So we could see a goal or two in the next 15 minutes. And then it's anyone's game as the corner comes into the near post and the goalkeeper punches it down. It stayed in play, it's gone wide of the near post. Made a mess of that. First minute of the second half, and we've had an attempt already. Well, two attempts really. And there's a lot of pulling on Pedro in the box there from Saliba with the corner in. The goalkeeper comes out and misses the ball. It drops to his feet and it's bundled, eventually put wide. I think there was a VAR check there for a potential penalty, but nothing's been given. Kepa walking inside his own box here, waiting for Chelsea to put something in. Just now play it to the left-hand side. It's Hincapi down the left and bounces out of play for a Chelsea throw. And Chelsea have got to do something. Arsenal more than happy to continue sitting back and running the clock down. Chelsea have got to put more into this as the ball comes into the box for Martinelli. Can't get the shot away. It's booted against him by the defender and out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. 2 minutes gone in this second half. And there is movement on the Chelsea bench. They've got some good options on the bench as well, Chelsea, when you look at who's available to them. There's Garnacho, Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer being on your bench with 45 minutes left, and you need a goal to force extra time, a couple of goals to go through. It's not a bad option to have, but they've decided not to at half-time. Perhaps they are looking at extra time and thinking, realistically, we've got an hour and 15 minutes left of this game. And instead of putting Cole Palmer on at half-time and finishing level and going to extra time, they're thinking, bring him on the hour mark, get level, and he's fresher. It's a very risky game to play. That is the only real reason I can see for them not going to Cole Palmer sooner. Ball down the right-hand side. Madueke with a good run in and puts the delivery into the back post, and it's just too high. It's out for a goal kick. For a minute, it looked like he'd put a peach of a ball in for Martinelli at the back post. Declan Rice decided to run in instead, but it was over both of them. So Sanchez ready to take the goal kick. Again, taking his time. Both sides very considered. It's not been the best of spectacles, in truth. Both sides try and mind games and looking to cancel each other out and slow the tempo down and catch each other unaware, and it's resulted in a lacklustre game that will occasionally threaten to spark into life and then die back down very quickly. It's not the full-blooded derby that we've seen in the past. Chelsea's successful start to life under Liam Rosenior continued at the weekend, seeing off West Ham on Saturday. It was far from straightforward. The Blues had to come from 2 goals down, booed off at half-time, defeating the first leg of the tie, the only blemish on Rosenior's record since arriving at Stamford Bridge. Mayfield, his side, still have a chance to upset the odds in the competition. They last won in 2015. And the other thing as well, when you look at it, he's won every single game as Chelsea manager, apart from the first leg against Arsenal. If he was to win tonight and go through, he can almost forgive himself the loss and say, well, actually, I've got a 100% record, because that was a 2-legged game, which we won and went through, and that's all that matters. And in every other game, I've won outright. It's not a bad record to have after, would that be 8 games in charge, to say that he's won everything, in effect. But Chelsea have got to find something in this second half for that to be the case. Some quick passing here from the free kick, and they've passed themselves into trouble, and Martinelli was close to it. But cleared away for now. Here's Saliba. Plays it forward for Gabriel. Drops it back to Kepa. Under pressure, gets the ball away. Big header at the back by Chalobah to clear it, but Arsenal back in possession. It's another ball looking for Gyökeres. This one's headed back to Sanchez, who gathers. 51 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Cole Palmer in a more advanced stage of his warm-up. He's just gone and had a chat with Gabriel Jesus and shaking hands. Both teammates at Manchester City, of course. Hincapié throws it for Saliba. Long ball down the left. Gusto looking to marshal it out, realises he can't, keeps it in play, and he's having a real battle with Martinelli in this corner flag. And now reinforcements come in the form of Delap and Hincapié, and Delap looked to throw him to the ground there. The referee's happy with it, and they clear their lines. Arsenal win it back, and suddenly we've got a little bit of animation in the players and liveliness in the game, and that's another one on Pedro. Clear free kick. 52 minutes gone, but the game just sparks into life for a moment. It'll die back down just as quickly, I'm sure. referee brandishing the yellow card. It's gone to, I think it's Mikel Arteta who's been booked. He was just watching the replay back now. He's laughing with the fourth official. Literally, he's got his arm around him laughing. Then he suddenly gets very serious. And the referee booking him for that. Ball into the centre circle. Pedro can't keep it under his control. 53 minutes gone. Down the far side, it's backheeled out of play for a Chelsea throw. Correa with the ball in hand. Throws it down the line. Gusto turned back onto the edge of his box. It's now with Sanchez via Chalobah. Right-footed, looks to hit this one long and diagonal. Correa is at the far end of the pitch. It's headed away by Saliba. Enzo Fernandez picking up the loose ball, twisting and turning here. Drops it back into the centre circle. It's Chalobah. Fernandez. Forward to Delap. Trying to turn his way out of trouble. And he's been fouled. Back to goal. Wins a free kick. Gabriel the guilty party. So Chelsea with a free kick. It's 25 yards out. Level with the right-hand side of the box as they look at goal. And it looks like it's going to be an in-swinging delivery. Actually, it's going to be an outswinger, I think. Fernandez stood over this one. Delap's been shown a yellow card, I'm told, as well. Come to that in a moment. And the ball comes in from Fernandez. It's headed away, comes to the edge of the box. The volley is blocked on the edge of the box. And now on the right-hand side, it's Madueke, and that's why he's been booked. It's the foul there as he trips his man on the wing. And that is a clear yellow card. The referee absolutely right. As Arsenal look to break. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 35 minutes left. Chelsea still need a goal to force extra time and stay in this one. Here's Rice. It's a 1-2. It's still Declan Rice here. Plays it down the left-hand side. Martinelli. You get the impression it's one of those games, the longer it stays 0-0, the more frantic it will get, and we will have a really good ending in store. And it's one of those, you have to just grit and bear it and sit through it for quite some time. But the reward will be there for those who persevere. Here's Saliba. Goes past the halfway line. Drops it down the right for Madueke. Looks to cut in behind Correa. He's done so, and it's a lovely dink, and it was going in at the near post. The goalkeeper gathering it comfortably. Could have very easily caught him out. Lovely feet from Madueke. Made the space and got the ball in. Chelsea walking it out from the back again with Chalobah, who's been the coolest man on the pitch. He's done this so many times. And looks to hit this one now, right-footed, dinked over the top for Pedro to chase, but it's overhit and it's marshalled out by the goalkeeper. Kepa has this in his possession. Cole Palmer and Estevao, I believe, are stripped off and ready to come on. We'll have to wait for the ball to go out of play, but as predicted, it's around the hour mark. Ball into Eze. Drops it back for Martinez, who's fouled. and Arsenal win the free kick. And there's an opportunity now for the players to come on, but it looks like that Chelsea are happy to wait a moment and give some further instructions to the two players and let Arsenal take this free kick. Gabriel, the skipper, plays it short. It's a quick 1-2 with Declan Rice. Now here's Zubamendi down the right, and it's played in looking for Gyökeres. Chalobah will get there first and marshal this really well. Gyökeres bundles him down in the end, but that will be Chelsea's goal kick. 58 minutes gone, and Gusto has just sat down on the pitch. Just given a signal to the bench, I think, for the physios to sit down. Doesn't want the physios to come on. He doesn't want to be made to come off. Oh no, he's asking them to come on now. And this is off the ball, which is always concerning. He doesn't look to be in major discomfort. He's felt something. But of course, they haven't got time to waste. .59 minutes gone. Chelsea still waiting to make this substitution. They've been ready for 3 minutes now and not come on, but there's another opportunity now for them to do so. Gusto is stood up, taking on some fluids. And we are now going to have the Chelsea changes. Just waiting for confirmation. But Hato and Delap are the two making way. And Estevao and Cole Palmer are the two replacing them. We are now past the hour mark with this stoppage in play because of Gusto picking up that off the ball injury. He will have to come off the field of play because there was no yellow card, of course. Chelsea with the most goal involvements by substitutes in all competitions since the 10th of January. 11. They've made 2 changes. Will they add to that figure, I wonder? Cucurella chests the ball down, appeals for a handball. Quite rightly not given. Arsenal pick up the loose ball down the right hand side. It's Madueke. He's running at the last couple of Chelsea defenders. They have got back in numbers. They've managed to win the ball through Cucurella. 61 minutes gone as the ball's played left-footed down the left-hand side. Curls in field, headed away by Saliba on the right-hand side. Kept in play by Madueke. Drops the ball back to Saliba just inside the Arsenal half. Sidesteps past his man. Dinks it forward. Flag stays down. Gyökeres takes the touch. It's got away from goal. He's then bundled down by Santos. Nothing given. And a throw into Chelsea, and Gyökeres is absolutely livid with that one. Throw taken. Casado plays it back to Sanchez. Dinks it out down the right hand side. Gusto takes the touch down, passes the ball in field and makes the move. It's Cole Palmer, drops it back to Fofana. A 1-2 with Sanchez. Now squares it across the 18-yard line for Chalobah. 1-2 with Fernandez. 62 minutes gone. Here's Casado. Sees Cole Palmer making the move. Plays it in the centre circle. Makes his run to the left. Coming up against Eze. Drops it on the left-hand side for Estevao. Makes his move, but the ball comes back instead to Cucurella. Cucurella goes in field. It's Fernandez. Now to Chalobah, spread out to the right-hand side for Gusto. Looks to try and get around his man. Stops with his foot on the ball, turns, plays it back. Chalobah threads it back through for Gusto in the Arsenal box, wins the corner. Turned behind by Hincapi. And immediately Chelsea look a much improved side. Enzo Fernandez comes over to take the corner. .63 minutes gone now. Fernandez puts the ball in, it bounces towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away. Cucurella whips one just over the bar from outside the area. Not a bad effort at all, he's got that in the locker. Nice effort. Slightly high and wide. Chelsea have scored 3 or more goals in 3 successive away wins under Rosenior. Winning 3 away ties to reach this stage in the Cup as well. I can't see them carrying that run on, to be quite honest. Arsenal unbeaten the last 9 head-to-heads as well. They only last lost to Chelsea in 2021. They've won the last 3 meetings here by an aggregate score of 9-1. And although they're not going to add to the goals in that, it looks like it's going to be 4. Well, it won't go down as a win, of course, as it stands. Arsenal's last shot, by the way, was on the 35th minute, so we've had half an hour of football since their last shot. Chelsea having one just a moment ago. Ball down the left-hand side. They might even be breaking their own record here. Estevao, good footwork, gets into the box, drops it to the edge, and the shot is just over the bar, dipping from Enzo Fernandez. In the 65th minute, Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Arsenal, as it stands, going through with a 3-2 aggregate scoreline to meet the winner of Manchester City and Newcastle, who play their semi-final second leg tomorrow. Man City 2-0 up on aggregate. So as it stands, we are going to have a Arsenal-Man City final, the two battling it out for the league title. They will be battling it out for the League Cup final as well. Ball back to Kepa. Arsenal looking to play it out from the back, and the ball across to this left-hand side is not a great one from Zubimendi, and it's out of play for a Chelsea throw, and that's got the away fans lifted slightly. Fofana back to Chalobah, into Caicedo, plays it forward. Pedro holds the ball up well, goes down. The referee says play on, he's not happy about it. Martinez back into the Arsenal box again. Here's Gabriel toying with Pedro, gets the ball away. Cucurella picks it up. Caicedo chips this one over the top. Oh, has it gone down? Pedro was taken down on the edge of the box. The referee emphatically waves it away. Gabriel given a reprieve. Let's watch this back. Chips it over. There's contact. He's put an arm. He's behind him. As he's running in, he's behind him. He puts an arm over his right shoulder. And then Pedro goes down. Now, contact doesn't necessarily mean a foul. It has to be sustained, and it has to be prominent enough contact that they feel it was a foul. The referee was very, very confident in his on-field decision. And it looks like Arsenal are now going to roll the dice as well, just to shore things up. 67 minutes gone. Oh, he was through there, just off the ball. We'll come to that in a moment. The ball is chipped in. It's a diving header away. Stayed in the box, though. Headed down. Chance for a shot there. Not taken from Hincapi. And it is eventually crossed in and plucked out the air by Sanchez. But there was a run through the middle and it looked like if they played him in, he was going to be through one-on-one with a real easy chance to get a goal. It wasn't taken. We'll come back to that when we get a chance. Chelsea now in possession, and the ball is at the back with Chalobah. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Gusto takes a big touch past his man. Can he keep it in play? Just keeps it in play. Goes past Hincapi, who trips him off the ball, who tries to help him to his feet. Oh, no, he's not helping his feet. He's criticising him, Hincapi, who's booked. And I think that's fair. I think he does catch him. Or is it Gusto that's been booked for diving? Oh, I think it's Gusto. Let's have a look. Oh, it is. It's simulation. It's a yellow card for Gusto. Hincapi absolutely right to tell Gusto what he thinks there. Malo Gusto trying to steal a cheeky foul. Gets a yellow card. And Arsenal now are going to make a change. And Gyökeres is going to come off. He's really struggled tonight, not been involved in the game. And that is in a large part down to Chelsea's defence. It's not a criticism of the player, but it makes sense to bring him off because it's just not worked out for him at all tonight. Madueke is also going to come off. So a double change for the Gunners. Both sides have made two changes. And the two players coming on are Leandro Trossard and Kai Havertz. .69 minutes gone. And the ball hit long by the goalkeeper. Loose ball picked up by Rice, who looks to chip this one over the top. The substitute's immediately involved. It's headed away at the back by Chelsea. And now Trossard with the loose ball on the left-hand side. Manages to bundle the ball to Hincapi, who goes past Gusto, who can't put any contact in. Fofana tries to keep it in play and turn it away. Appeals that went out for a corner. Put it out for a throw-in in the end. What has the linesman given? The linesman says it was still in play, and it's a throw-in to Arsenal. Hincapi takes it. Declan Rice receives it, plays it in. He got that way too low, didn't quite hit that right. 70 minutes gone. Chelsea look to break through the middle. It's Enzo Fernandez, drops it to the left-hand side. It's played back to him, but blocked really well by Timber. Estevao there trying to get the 1-2 back. He's now pulling and hacking away at his man. That's got to be a free kick in his. Cucurella is not happy. I think that's a yellow card personally, and indeed the yellow card is brandished by the referee. Estevao booked, appealing his case, but personally I thought it was a foul for the pull, but then the little hack at the leg as well, for me that's what makes it the yellow card. I think that's a fair decision. Chelsea have got two players booked currently on the pitch. Delap, of course, was booked, but he was substituted. Gusto and Estevao both on yellow cards. 71 minutes played. Here's Declan Rice. Plays it to the right-hand side, and it's dinked forward. Cucurella chests it down, plays it up to the halfway line. Now here's Cole Palmer in the centre circle, plays it forward to Pedro, poor touch and gives the ball away. Rice plays it to Gabriel. And now here's Hincapi down the left-hand side. Trossard running back into the Arsenal half, away from Cole Palmer, plays the ball back to Saliba, across to Gabriel, forward to Eze. Now back with Declan Rice on the edge of the Arsenal box. Here's Declan Rice again. Hits this one long over the top, way too long, and that is out of play for a goal kick. And Garnacho is going to come on. The three players I highlighted at half-time that could come on and make a difference for Chelsea. Two of them have already come on. Garnacho is the third. And that, for me, would be the last roll of the dice for Chelsea. They might make more changes, but they're the three I look at and think if they still don't get a goal, there's no one else really for me. Well, they'll take any hero, however unlikely. Cucurella towering to get that head up. And the free kick given for a couple of niggly challenges there. Declan Rice is tripped as they try and take the free kick. The referee brings it back. I think this could be another yellow card here. And this time it's Santos. And this one's getting a bit heated. There's a lot of players crowding the referee. 73 minutes gone. The referee asking players to move away, bringing back the players in question. So he's speaking to the Arsenal captain Gabriel and Enzo Fernandez. Everybody's walked away now, and the referee still talking to certain players. Okay, so we're just seeing the replay now, and there's a couple of niggly challenges, and then Zubimendi runs right behind Santos and trips over him, and the referee's basically just saying it's very silly all round, move on. But Santos is going to come off now. That is his last involvement in this game. He evaded a yellow card there, but he's off anyway. Garnacho is going to replace him. He goes over and gives some instructions to his teammates on his way across the pitch, primarily to Cole Palmer. Imagine being Cole Palmer and being told how to play football by Alejandro Garnacho. I joke, tongue-in-cheek, of course, he's passing on a message from the manager, Liam Rosenior, but nonetheless, it just made me giggle. Here is Estevao, gets onto the ball, manages to do enough for it to come loose for Cole Palmer. On the turn, loses the ball. It's played back to the Arsenal goalkeeper, Kepa, who hits it long. Declan Rice looks like he's carrying an injury, and Arsenal might be forced into another change momentarily. 75 minutes gone. We are into the final 15 minutes at the Emirates. Gusto throws it forward. Estevao battling for the ball, loses that battle. Declan Rice drops it to Trossard, hits it in field. Eze is there, drops it back into defence. Saliba past his man, plays it forward. Eze looks up, plays it over the defence, and this will be marshalled back by Gusto. So the goalkeeper plays it back out to Gusto down the right hand side. Estevao can't get past his man. Trossard with the loose ball, plays it to Havertz. Now the left hand side with Hincapi back into Havertz, and now Eze, who's bundled down and wins a free kick for Arsenal's central position. Chalobah the guilty party, and Arsenal with a chance here to get one into the box. It's quite central for the shot, but a chance perhaps. It's a little bit too far out as well, I think. It's 35 yards-ish. But a chance to get numbers forward. Plenty of players lined up from both sides on the box. Declan Rice having a conversation with Eze about what to do with this one. Declan Rice plays it out onto the left wing for Trossard, trying to get past Gusto, who stands firm and wins it for Chelsea. Loose ball comes back to Rice, feeds it into the edge of the box. It's dinked across, free header at the back post, blocked by Cucurella. That was a really clever move from Arsenal, and there was times when I thought someone needed to shoot, but they've carried on playing well and very nearly got their just reward. 77 minutes gone, and the ball in from Zubimendi to the back post, and it's a free header for Gabriel, and it's a brave block from Cucurella, who heads it away. And that looked to be game, set and match for Arsenal, but for Cucurella, who's played brilliantly again tonight. One of the best left-backs in European football, in my opinion anyway. Second half shots, that is Arsenal's first. It's taken them 40 minutes to have a shot since their last one. Chelsea have had 5 in this second half. In the centre circle. Ball played forward for Palmer. Here's Caicedo. Palmer. 1-2 back to him. Oh, it's a lovely ball through to Estevan, the edge of the box, who's bundled down and wins a free kick in a very good position here. 78 minutes gone. Chelsea with a free kick on the edge of the D. And Cappy came in like a wrecking ball. Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez both stood over this one. Kepa cleaning his boots on the post. Cole Palmer, I think, is pulling rank on this one. He resets the ball. But him and Fernandez still in conversation. And the referee just trying to keep peace and order in the box. And the Chelsea fans behind that goal, all with their phones out, wanting to film this, instead of just enjoying watching it while it's actually happening. There'll be plenty of footage of this goal if it goes in. João Pedro facing the goalkeeper, looking to try and stare him out on the edge of the 6-yard box. Fofana's in there as well, but he's just going to go behind the Arsenal wall now. It's a 5-man Arsenal wall, a 6th man lay behind it. The referee is coming over because he's not happy with something in the wall. It's the Arsenal players is taking an issue. Oh, it's the line. They're all slightly over the line. And he's, but they've not moved. He's decided he can't be bothered to deal with that. And we are now into the final 10 minutes, and it goes straight into the wall. A massive appeal for a handball here from Cole Palmer. The referee points for the corner, and VAR will take a look at it. But everyone stopped for Chelsea, and if VAR say no, which I think they will do, to be honest, looking at it, they should have carried on. But they were too busy arguing with the referee about this one. Need to see a better angle of this now. The referee is just asking for the corner to be waiting. And I think he's just said to one of the players, I don't think so. So I think he's, he doesn't think there's going to be a VAR check. But let's just look at another angle of this. Chalobah with the follow-up volley deflected out. 81 minutes gone. And the corner is going to be taken. It was never going to be a handball. It's gone between two players in the wall. And the corner comes in. Oh, it's a backheel flick at the near post wide. That was a cheeky effort from Fofana. Gusto is down following that corner coming in. It's just off camera, so we can't see what happened there. There's a couple of players down. Zubimendi went down in the box. But I'm not sure what happened to Gusto because it was off camera. But 82 minutes gone. 8 minutes left for Chelsea. Still goalless. Back underway from the goal kick. and headed out of play for an Arsenal throw just inside their own half. Hincapie with the ball in hand. Fourth officials just had a word with Hincapie before he took the throw in. Liam Rosenior asking the question of how many yards he's going to take. The ball came out of play on one side of the halfway line, the throw was taken on the other. Long ball forward here. Everyone seems to give up on that, apart from Martinelli, who kept it in play. Lays the ball to Trossard. Chips it towards the edge of the box. Palmer does well to intercept and take it down. It's played out towards Pedro. Manages to stay on his feet and gets the ball out to Estevao on this near side. Now Palmer, a couple of niggles on him, nothing given, he's not happy, loses the ball and Eze goes through the middle, plays it to the right hand side. Oh, is that a foul? It's a slide challenge in the box. And he's told him to get up. Did he win the ball? It looked a clean tackle to me. And Chalobah having words here with Martinelli. Martinelli is not happy. I don't think Martinelli wanted the foul. I think it was the defender riling him, telling him to get up and basically talk about what a brilliant challenge it was. So Martinelli's got back up and had words. Oh no, he did appeal for the penalty. Just watching the slow motion replay back. Chalobah wins the ball. He does then get the man. But I think that's a fair challenge. I don't think that's a penalty. It's a clean win the ball challenge. The trailing leg is then caught. The referee giving the confirmation now that it is a case of no foul and play on. Back underway, the loose ball now comes over to this near side, and Chelsea with a bit of space to go down the right hand side. It's Fofana for Estevao, drops it back to Fofana, down the right hand side for Gusto, looks to try and cut in past Hincapie, who read it well, wins it back for Arsenal. Trossard being held tight to the line, just hits it down that left hand side to get it away. Sanchez comes a long way out to get there ahead of Eze. Long ball forward from him, headed away at the back by Hincapie. And it is becoming a bit more frantic now for the final 5 minutes as we hit the 85-minute mark. That's a foul. Zubimendi pulling his man down. And it looks like there's going to be another change made by Chelsea. Can't quite work out who it is getting warmed up on that bench. We'll come back to that in a moment as the ball is played to Estevao on the near side. Drops it back. It's Fofana, Caicedo, Chalobah, and now Garnacho on the left hand side, his first involvement, drops it back. It's Fernandez, Caicedo, Fofana, Estevao on the right hand side, curls the ball into the box, the header goes up in the air and comes just to the edge. Arsenal get there first, but Cucurella wins it back quickly. It's now with Gusto, 86 minutes gone. There's not enough movement from Chelsea. They're all stood near each other with the ball, making short passes. There needs to be more width, there needs to be more endeavour. It's Fernandez, Caicedo, Gusto, back to Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez again, puts it out to the right hand side, more width now, it's Estevao, 86.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go. Fofana tries to put it in, it takes a deflection, bounces around and cleared away. And this is going to go out of play for a throw-in. A poor touchdown in the technical area, I think it was Liam Rosenior with a really bad touch. Chelsea take the throw. They have just made a quick substitution, and Gusto has come off, and it's Achimpong who's come on. Just wanting some more legs in this wide area. I don't think it's necessarily a attacking change with the idea of getting a goal. It's more a case of we look susceptible to concede, even at this late stage. 2.5 minutes left, plus added time, which I'm not convinced there'll be a great deal of that either. Fernandez puts the free kick into the box, and there's a flicked header. It's gone wide. It was left to go wide as well by Arsenal. Have Chelsea got one more chance in them? It's been a game of few chances. It's not like there's been chance after chance and you think, is there one more in this game? It's, you know, they've been few and far between enough. Realistically, is there going to be one in the last 2 minutes? Given we've had one good chance every 20 minutes. And Kepa takes the goal kick. It's to the right of the centre circle. Garnacho trying to take that one down, loses it. It's chipped down the right-hand side for Arsenal, turned away at the back by Chelsea. Cucurella can't get on the end of this. Chelsea losing possession. We're now into the final 90 seconds of the 90. In the centre circle here with Arsenal. It's played out to the left-hand side for Hincapi. Drops it back towards the halfway line for Gabriel, and Arsenal know if they do nothing silly now, then that will do. Very much how they've been all evening. Long ball down the right-hand side, headed away by Cucurella. Garnacho keeps it in play, back to Cucurella. Has to play it back into defence to keep hold of possession. 1 minute left in the final minute of the 90. Caicedo going forward, he slips in the box and loses possession. It's Eze into Havertz, plays it out to Trossard, who's got space on the left. Now what will he do here? Will he look to run the clock down? Will he try and get it in the box? He's holding off his man for now, waiting for reinforcements. Trossard skips in the middle. Still going, Trossard. 30 yards out, he's gone from left to right, lays the ball off. It's a 1-2 down the right-hand side. Goes past Cucurella. Good covering there from Garnacho to win the ball back for Chelsea. 30 seconds left of normal time. Here's Cucurella released on the left-hand side. He's waiting for reinforcements. Drops it to Garnacho. 20 seconds left. And Garnacho going at a slow canter. Again, wanting players to join him. 15 seconds left. It's with Cole Palmer. 10 seconds left. Plays it through. And a shot from the edge of the box. Oh, he's spooned it over. It's Enzo Fernandez. Gets underneath it. And that now takes us into added time. How long will be on? Will it be mercifully short for Arsenal? No. 6 minutes. Giving Chelsea a chance here. Mikel Arteta is not happy with that. I'm not convinced there was 6 minutes in that second half, to be honest. Gusto was down for a couple of minutes. There's been some subs. A lot of them have been made very quickly, though. I'm not convinced that there's 6 minutes. There's been a couple of silly moments from the corners where the refs had to get involved as well. But I'd have been saying 4, maybe 5. And again, for the second time today, we've got 2 balls on the pitch. So the referee having to send it back. And Kepa will take this goal kick again. The benefit there for Arsenal is that is the first minute of added time up. I mean, strictly speaking, the referee should have that back on. And it is a minimum of 6 minutes added time, but we've had 1. Kepa hits it long to the right of the centre circle, just past the halfway line. It's headed away by Enzo Fernandez and hoofed away by Arsenal. And Caicedo will chase this one down and look to turn it back to the goalkeeper, which he does. Sanchez in the 6-yard box. Waits for the ball to slow, hits it, he's hit it straight out for a throw-in inside the Chelsea half as well. 90 seconds of added time gone.